Hi everyone, welcome to Unscripted Coding. Today we are going to talk about text-to-speech programs, that is using AI and reading text out loud. So no human is reading your text, but instead a computer or an AI voice is. And one very quick example is something from OpenAI called text-to-speech.
In the heart of the city, there is a large park where people go to relax and enjoy nature.
And you have other options. The one we're going to talk about most today is GPT-SoVITS, and as a very quick demo here.
Thanks, Jinx, and this is Unscripted Coding. Isn't this cool?
Again, also no actual person reading that out loud. Instead, it's a computer. Now, if you think about why you might need this, we are starting to get to the point where we're having conversations or voice modes with our chatbots. I have repeatedly in this channel tried to create audiobooks or at least audio summaries within AI. And you might have other uses as well, just to create slogans, YouTube videos, other audio content. Now, if you are absolutely new to this, I highly recommend just using OpenAI. It's not overly expensive if you read, 5,000 words. So every, I'd say, 10-15 minutes, it would be about a quarter, 25 cents or so, to pay for it. And they handle everything. You don't have to worry about intonation. You don't have to worry very much. But on the other hand, you don't have a lot of control. You don't have control over how fast or how short they speak, their intonation, how excited or neutral they are. Instead, it's just making a best guess about what your content is and how the voice should sound. Again, very quick example.
The library is a quiet and peaceful place.
Just the Fable voice from OpenAI. The other little bit of challenge with OpenAI is you only have 9 voices to choose from, and I think this was 5 or 6 before. They're starting to get quite recognizable. Aloy as a voice, Aloy,
This simple fact has been observed by humans for
is a voice that I hear on the internet and in YouTube videos and TikTok videos over and over and over. So it's getting to a point where it's quite recognizable, and even though it sounds fairly natural, people pick up on it right away as AI. So it's a problem, not a big problem if you are using it very as an amateur for a couple hobby projects. But for me, I started looking because I do generate audiobooks for me to listen to all the time, and these voices start to get a bit boring. And so when I started looking, 11 Labs is the obvious choice. They have a ton of voices, ability for you to create your own voices, but it's really expensive. 22 bucks a month is really at minimum what I need, because the free and starter packs at 10 and 30 minutes, by the time you test a few voices out, you're already done. And then you got to wait till the next month and the next month. It just doesn't make sense. And then at $22, I'd rather use the boring, overused OpenAI voices for my own particular uses. So 11 Labs kind of ruled itself out because of the pricing. On the other hand, you do have many more tools. If you are trying to make content and making profit out of it, 11 Labs makes a lot of sense. But you can see where, because of these two things, I started looking at open source tools. I have a decent enough graphics card. Maybe I can generate this locally. And this is where I started playing around with SoVITS, GPT-SoVITS. You can find it on GitHub right here. And where I'm going to go with this is I just want to demo what it's capable of, because the interface is partly in Chinese. There are much better tutorials online than I can do, and it is quite hands-on, and I wouldn't say finicky, but it is quite involved to get working. The results aren't amazing for audiobooks, but I found them pretty good and funny to create short memes or taglines or even something for say a TikTok or a YouTube Shorts. Um, so what is this? Well, this is a way for you to train your own voice with web UI. And this means it runs on your computer. You probably want a decent enough graphics card, something from the RTX 2000 series upwards. But you can presumably use as few as 5 seconds of voice to create a voice model. And you should really use about a whole minute of audio to generate a proper voice. But that means that you can create voices out of your favorite TV show, movies, books, voice actors, whatever, and use their voices legally, legality aside. You can train something on voices you find online. And so very quickly, I went and found some voice lines, and video games is a great source of this. Again, you want to make sure this is a personal hobby project, but you could readily find lots and lots of voices online. And I found Jinx from League of Legends. She has a very expressive, very excited kind of voice.
Now where was I? Oh right, wreaking havoc. Whatever, let's just start shooting.
And you can see there's a bunch of voice lines, and what I did was I worked through this tutorial, which I'm going to link in the description below. But I went through this tutorial, put in all the right folders and click the right buttons, and it took about 20 minutes to get everything down after you downloaded the files. So about 20 minutes to try and put in all the right things, click the right buttons. The reason I'm really not showing you is because I think the interface is terrible, terrible, terrible. And as a result, it's certainly going to change. It's partly like there's still bits of Chinese in there, so it's really frustrating to try and work through. But overall, there are 2 good tutorials. I have one on YouTube, which I'm also linking as well, to kind of walk you through what you want to do. And by the end of it, what you want to do is upload a bunch of these audio clips and put in what it's saying. And what you have at the very end is an inference tab where you can then start typing text to create your own voice. So here I had no hi, but I'm Jinx and this is Unscripted Coding. Isn't this cool? And when I click inference, just a couple seconds later, I have this voice line.
I'm Jinx and this is Unscripted Coding. Isn't this cool?
And I think that's actually quite accurate. Now, if you start doing lengthy text, and this is why I'm saying it's probably unsuitable for audiobooks, you're going to see just some glitching, some artifacting. And I also find that unless your voice is pretty neutral throughout, that some of the intonation isn't quite accurate. Now, Jinx is really a bad example because all of her voice lines are very kind of up and down, so you don't get that kind of neutral voice. Now, if you decide to, and please don't, but take me, I have a bit of a monotone, less excited voice, and you could take lots of clips from this video. Again, please don't, but take clips from this video and you could probably generate a fairly accurate voice of mine. Let's do the sample. This is, open source license kind of language, so it should be boring and monotone, but because of the training set, you're going to find something quite interesting here.
This software is open source under the MIT license. The author does not have any control over the software. I use the software and distribute the sounds exported by the software are solely responsible. If you do not agree with this clause, you cannot use or reference any codes and files within the software package. See the root directory agreement tell? I see NSG for details. This software is open.
Okay, so you saw, especially at the very end, it didn't handle all caps very well. It was struggling to decide whether to spell it out or sound it out, and there was a couple words it skipped over. But actually, this went better than the last time I ran it, so I'm just gonna run it again because it was uh it's always coherent, but it seemed reasonable as an output. I want to show you guys the slightly odd intonations here and there.
This software is open source under the MIT license. The author does not have any control over the software. Who use the software and distribute the sounds exported by the software is solely responsible.
Okay, we're getting good, well, decent results actually. But you can see this is 21 seconds, and we had artifacting already. So if you decide to throw an entire book into this, this is going to be a problem. But nevertheless, I find this pretty cool because this is one of the more, well, this is the most accurate open source model I could find when it comes to short taglines if I want to take the voice of a character. So again, I'm using Jinx as an option here, but let's just take one of her lines. I found this to be really, really good at short sentences. So say, for some reason, I want to make, a mod for League of Legends or any other of the League of Legends universe games, unofficial mod, and wanted to add just a couple voice lines, this is not bad. Now, you can't do it for long, long dialogue because of what we've talked about so far, but if I wanted to add another line here,
Let's just start shooting.
that's not bad. Let's do another like quick sentence here. You want some fries with that?
You want some fries with that?
It's really not bad. And so I feel like if you want short content, this is actually pretty cool because you can lift voice lines from all sorts of sources, from movies, videos, streamers, YouTubers, and so on. And 5 seconds to a minute is easily found. It used to be you needed 20, 30, 40 minutes of audio to get something much more broken. And so this is why I'm sharing it with you, is because this one performs quite well even with just a minute of voice. I did try the 5-second vocal sample, and it performed like the older ones where it just didn't really sound right. It sounded a bit odd. All right, I'm gonna stop rambling because I think you guys get the main point. Do follow the instructions. I did appreciate that everything worked exactly as intended with this package. Unlike many other open source tools, I had no issues whatsoever, not a single blip, as long as I followed this very closely. The reason really is that the interface is quite horrible. Some of these buttons make no sense to me, and some of it's in a foreign language. So do follow the instructions very, very closely, but you'll be pleased to know that I think this is a fairly polished package. Okay, I'm gonna call it a day, and I will see you next week with another project on unscripted coding. Thanks a lot. Bye.